currently 3 o'clock. Storm just rolled through and put out the power at the shop. So I'm leaving work early, hopefully gonna get some stuff done on the 240s at home. Hopefully I have power at home and can use my power tools and don't have to use hand tools, but let's see what's gonna happen. Major life hack. Set your car clock 10 minutes ahead so you're never late to anything ever again. Major key. Good news is we have power at my house, so about to crackhead align this car, get the toe on point. So as far as an alignment goes, gotta get the wheel straight, and then from there I just eyeball it. And since I work at a shop, I do tie rods all the time, I got pretty good at eyeballing it before we send it to the alignment shop to get aligned, so I can get it pretty dang close. But as you can see, this front wheel is sticking way far in, which means it's towed in. So since the tie rods are on the back side, back here, you gotta tighten that in, and that in turn is gonna bring in this side of the wheel inwards and this side out, fixing your toe. One of my biggest pet peeves right here. You see how all these wrenches are facing the right way? And then you got this one right here facing the wrong way. Let's see if I can focus a little better. I need to teach my friends some rules of my garage, because I can't be dealing with this right here. So as I'm on here doing the alignment, I just realized John's missing his brake hose clip right here that goes on the coilovers. So I'm going to make him buy one of those later today when he gets here. I'm going to keep looking around under here, see if I can see other things that need to be done. I don't know if you can tell on the video, but it's a lot better now. If anything, it has a slight bit of toe out, which is good for drift setup because it bites a little bit harder on the front end. So I'm just going to leave it there for now, and we're going to go on to the other side. But this front side is going to be a little bit harder because I don't have a fender to base it off of. So that kind of makes it a little bit harder, but looks like this one's already towed out a little bit too much, so I'm going to bring that toe in a little and go from there. Passenger side looks like it's about there, maybe still a little bit towed out, but I'm going to try another little trick. What you do is you take a tape measure, you measure from any of these lines. I usually go from the first one in, and you do the same thing on the other tire, measure it from that line to the same line on that other tire on the front, take that measurement, and then you do the same thing on the back side of the tire and compare the measurements, and they got to be about close. If anything, you want the front measurement to be slightly bigger than the back measurement, because that would mean you have a slight toe out. This is kind of hard to do with cambered wheels and the fact that it hasn't hit the ground yet and settled and rolled, but it's gonna get us a little bit closer, and it's enough for us right now until we can get an actual professional alignment. So I'm gonna do that real quick. So I got a measurement of 62¼ inches on the front side from side to side, and on the back side I got 62⅛. So that's pretty dang perfect if you ask me. Also on a drift car setup, you would like to have caster, which is the way the wheel sits in the wheel well, either forward or back. You want your caster about as far as you can get it, but unfortunately stock 240s don't have a caster adjustment on the front. But you can replace these tension rods right here with adjustable ones, which I have on my car over there, but John doesn't have them yet, so that's a soon investment to get some more caster so his car will self-steer better while drifting. So the XXRs, they look decent on my car, but they aren't quite as wide as I want them to be. These are 8.25s, so I'm guessing I have to go with a 9.5. I got a 30 mil spacer on these, and these still don't have as much poke as I want them to. But hopefully I'm getting extended lower control arms, so that may make my track width a little bit wider. But what I'm looking for tire to be sitting out like right here. Just a little bit of poke. But they don't look bad at all. Just finished getting all the wiring taped up. Got it all bundled up. We still got to figure out what we're going to do with this fuse box because it's not connected anymore. It doesn't have a cover, but at least the main harness is all taped up and secured. Connectors are reconnected. Got to tuck those. And we're looking kind of decent, I guess, but still got some work to do. I resecured the spark plug wires because before they looked like octopus legs all over the place. Now they're all kind of straight and in the brackets. And cambered out the coilovers all the way and tightened them up because in the accident that one got shifted because it is loose. It's now almost 6 o'clock and still waiting for John to get off work. He should be here in about a half an hour or so because he has to run to Secretary of State for something. I don't know what he said, but he'll be here in a little. Everywhere I look, there's more exposed wires. I already cut these ones up. About to peel them back and splice them together. Wires are stripped. Now time to butt connect them and shrink down the heat shrink. Connected together. And now it's shrunk down and sealed. Time to tape it up and resecure it and we're done. Haven't been recording much today because really we've been doing a bunch of little stuff. Just piecing it together. But it's pretty late now. John just left, calling it a night. But we got the wiring all straightened out. And the fuse box for now, we just got it all saran wrapped and taped up just to keep the water out until we can find a new plastic covering for it. But got new air filter, air boxes resecured, alignments on point, the brake hose clip, which I don't know if you can see, but we got a new brake hose clip on there, and got the back seat backboard out, seat belts out, and other little brackets out of the back. Getting ready to put the battery in the back sometime this week. Radiator John took. He's going to hopefully get that fixed either tomorrow or in the next few days. And yeah, then it should be good to run. John did get a shark nose front bumper for this when he bought it. So that's going to go on. Fender is obviously completely destroyed, so we got to find a fender. Got to find a hood, but I know a guy that has a hood, so hopefully we're going to go pick that up one day. And then the body should be pieced together somewhat. Headlights, I think John wants to do the stock headlights, but we're going to fab up this one somehow to make it work. And the plug got all messed up, so we got to fix the plug. So yeah, we're going to do some wiring on that. But after all that's done, we should be good to take this car out and give it a little rip and help John get familiar with driving his 240. For the next few days, me and John are both pretty busy with work and traveling. He's going up north, I think he said, or something. So there might not be any videos, but depending on the weather, I might be working on my car a little. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but there's always something to be done on the 240, so stay tuned.